Okay, hello guys. How are you doing? Have you had a good week? Did you enjoy the Out of the Park 22 reveal? I know I did. And oh dear, I forgot to turn that off. Okay, there we go. You're here with your bingo card and marker, like all your other retirees. That's good. I have mine as well. Um, yeah, I think the coolest thing that I saw. I like the new coach system. I think that that's going to be really cool. I'm excited to hire first and third base coaches, and the new sliders for like pitchers are pretty cool too. But like as someone who's a graphics snob, I 100% love the stadiums. So I'm really into that, and they all look really good. The Diamondbacks one looks amazing, so I'm really excited. And you love being able to train players for specific tools. Yes, I love that too. Um, One small gripe. I mean, the skyline behind Fenway is still not right, but we'll deal with it. Um, and hello everyone. But yeah, so here we are today with our 2008 Houston Astros. Um, yeah, it's. I may have made a lot of changes to the team. Um, we're gonna go over that. So what I have to tell you before we go over what my goals were here. So my initial goal was in the off season to pick up pitching because our pitchers sucked, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll go ham in free agency, and I'll just pick up a bunch of good pitchers. Well, that doesn't work when all of them are asking for 40 million in free agency and we have a budget of 25 million. So yeah, that didn't work. Three slides of transactions? No, only one, but the slide is like basically full. And hello, can't think of good. How are you doing today? But yeah, so that doesn't work. So I picked up one really good closer, and you'll see who that is. And then I tried because I looked through the farm system, and it turns out 2007 Houston has like no farm. There's a couple guys near the bottom, but that's like it. So I figured I picked up a couple of position players that are currently on the team in free agency, and then I did a bunch of trades to try to get some pitching into our system because we have like none. We also have like no infielders in our system or outfielders or like anything. It's a problem. I'm not quite sure what the I think the direction for next off season is more pitching because we right now have 9 pitchers on the team, which is less than I would like, but we'll see. You're late. Margaritas and Pizzoli make you a bit behind. It's okay, EVC. We've just started. Um, it's more than acceptable excuse. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what I did and how I destroyed the team. Well, not destroyed the team, but like we're gonna talk a little bit about these trades as I discuss them because Michael looks different. Yeah, I didn't do that face, Jen. What would the Astros World Series win? It's not gonna happen, but I hope we do better than next year. Okay, so here's what we did. So the first trade I did was Matt Albers for Francisco Liriano. Matt Albers was one of our bad pitchers, and I traded for Liriano. He didn't do well in spring training. We got him from the Yankees, and I actually sent him down to AAA, so he's probably going to have to come up when we inevitably get a pitcher injury, but he's in our farm system. So then I traded Chris Sampson and Andrew Darnell, who's another pitcher and like a half-star prospect, for Lenny DiNardo and Sean Doolittle. We got them from the A's, and Lenny DiNardo is on our pitching staff right now. Doolittle is in like the rookie league right now. So then I did another trade from I don't remember where, but Jason Lane, Timothy Johnson, and Kyle Greenwald. Jason Lane was another one of our like mediocre players. and then Johnson and Greenwald were like bad prospects, and we picked up Kenley Jansen and Ivan DeJesus. My plan was to use one of Doolittle or Jansen to try to get like a better pitcher. Didn't happen, didn't work. And then Ivan DeJesus. So those guys are still all down in rookie league. So then I traded Luke Scott, who was one of our utility guys. We had like 500 of them. To Cesar Izturis. And I actually want to bring him up because I have plans for Mr. Izturis. So I'm going to show him to you. So I've never heard of this guy, but he's in Appy League. This guy is going to replace one of our other guys on the roster right now. We're going to promote him probably at the end of the season. So we traded for him from the Twins. Yes, we traded Lidge. We'll get to Lidge in a second. But so he looks really good as a decent utility, and he has a bat. I think we're going to maybe use him. He's going on the team next year. Like, that's for fact. He's getting on, unless he falls off a cliff. But he's a really interesting one. And Skep, I don't have any beans to spill. Skep has come into every single stream I do asking me to give him information about the new game that I don't have. Doolittle can be a nice pen addition. Yeah, in like 5 years when we're no longer playing this and made some lemonade out of these lemons, I would hope. I spent, like, no joke, 5 hours on these trades. Okay, so then we traded Ryan Thompson, another one of our bad pitchers, and Anthony Bello, a bad prospect, for Juan Rincon and Steve Everts. Rincon is a reliever who's on our pitching staff, and Everts is in the rookie league again right now as a pitcher. Wasn't Doolittle a first baseman back? He can do, I think it's first base or third base and pitching right now. I should play this for 5 years. Then I traded Brad Lidge and Cesar Quintero because Brad Lidge just like fell off a cliff. He was really bad, and he was expensive. And we traded them for John Lester. So we did a trade for the Red Sox. I don't know why the Red Sox just didn't want him. So we picked up John Lester. Can of beans to my next stream. No, I don't want to ruin my computer. And then we traded Mark Loretta, who was one of our infielders who wasn't that good, and Craig Corrado for Mike Holloman, who's a slight infield upgrade. So we did a lot here. When I say I spent like 5 hours on these trades, this is not an exaggeration. I spent like the entirety of last night doing this, trying to find good trades to do something with our pitching. So surprised I traded Loretta. Loretta was not going to do well for us. So then the awards. What happened with the awards? We didn't get any because we suck. So that's what happened there. Hall of Fame, Cal Ripken Jr. and Tony Wynn Sr. got into the Hall of Fame. So we got some junior, senior going on here. Okay, so let's talk about the draft and free agency. Mike Lowell would never have used a trash can. Yes, that is true. So, for the draft, I picked up with the first round pick, like I said I was going to, Hiroki Kuroda, who was an international free agent that showed up in the draft. And we just immediately put him on the pitching staff, and he's our best pitcher. And by best pitcher, I mean he's still kind of meh. We also got David Cooper, Alfredo Aceves, Jack Jeffries, and Sawyer Carroll with our picks here. I was sadly unable to get Christian Vasquez. Maybe I'll try to get him in the offseason. A man of focus and sheer will, yes. For free agents, I picked up Francisco Cordero, who is the good reliever that I managed to get for pretty cheap. Jack E. Wilson, who is now our shortstop, and Coco Crisp. I figured if I couldn't get decent pitching, I would try to get some really defensive players who can sort of hit to try to make up the difference. It's not going to work. Feels like we got some usable upgrades at pitcher. I hope. I really, really hope. The thing with the Astros here is if I show you, let me show you their front office. So we have a big market size, but our budget is 10th. So like I have money, but not like all of the money in the world. So it's a progress. It's a work in progress here. We can, depending on the situation, everything is equal. Just ask last year's socks. Not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there. I mean, I can attempt to explain my philosophy on some of these, but like I really wish we had another picture that we could bring up, but we really don't. So here's Rookie League. You can see all of these guys here. Almost all of these 3-star guys or higher, even these 3.5-star ones. Oh yeah, I also signed Alex Cora to a minor league deal. So yeah. All of these guys basically I picked up. There was nothing there. How's our trainer? Couple injuries could trash the season. Let's take a look at our trainer. I believe our trainer is actually pretty good. I hope. We'll see. This is gonna be crying. Hello, Dishnet. How was your stream? Dishnet was streaming his friend's Power Pro tournament. We are crying over how bad the 2007 Astros were. Well, it's 2008 now. Okay, so let's talk about who's on our team. And I guess I'll go into a little bit more depth here. Outstanding with arm injuries, listen. We only have like 10 pitchers, so we need this. I want to go over this guys because our pitching is not great. We have a very international squad here though. So we have Hiroki Kuroda, who we picked up in the draft. Is our ace starter here. We have a champion in the tournament. Oh wow, that's great. We have Daisuke Matsuzaka, who we traded for last year. We picked up him and Mike Lowell in the same trade. So we have Daisuke here. We have Wandy Rodriguez, who was already on the team. And we have Felipe Paulino, who has been bouncing back and forth between AAA and here, but we need to have him on the team because we have no pitchers. And John Lester, our newest addition to the pitching with terrifying face gen. But here he is. We took him from the Red Sox. Hallelujah. So we have Francisco Cordero, who is our closer. We picked him up on a pretty decent free agent contract, only $7 million. So hopefully he'll help us here. 30-something-year-old first-round draft pick. Listen, we needed the pitching. Like he was a free agent in real life, and international free agents and historic drafts will pop in like in the draft. They don't pop in as free agents, which I disagree with, but I don't make this game. All right, Chad Qualls is another relief pitcher. We had him last year. Depending on how much he makes, we may keep him or not, but he's like, okay. We have Dan Wheeler, who is going to be a free agent next year, and we may not re-sign him. He didn't do very well for us last year, so we may try to get somebody else. We have Trevor Miller, again, another guy who's going to be up for free agency that probably I'm going to let go and see if we have something else. We can maybe use them at the trade deadline if we're in a position to go for something, but I doubt it. Here's Rincon, who was the guy that we traded for. He's going to be a free agent in a couple years, so as you can see, our pitching is not as great as I would like it. And here's Lenny DiNardo, who's a lefty specialist. Not fantastic, but, you know, he is actually an upgrade over some of our pitchers. Shockingly. That's just how bad we were. We can take a look here at our position players, and here's where I guess we can talk about what I've done here. So our center fielder is Coco Crisp. I figured we needed to have a really good center fielder because, you know, if our pitchers can't pitch, we need people to be able to play positions. So he's pretty good. You might know him from Perfect Team. I know him from playing on the Red Sox. He is a really fun player in real life. At second base, we have Chris Burke, who's actually a utility. One of our goals, I think, for next offseason is going to be picking up an actual second baseman. One of the things we had an issue with last year was a poor inner infield, but I think I have addressed that. He also can't really hit, which is not helpful. Lovely. Okay, Carlos Lee is in left field. He's a bat, and like ideally we would want someone with a little bit better stuff in left field, but we're gonna hope Coco Crisp and some of our infielders can make up the difference here, because we really need the bat if we don't have a second baseman who can hit. It's all team construction's all about like a lot. I spent a lot on this. At first baseman, we still have Lance Berkman, who is making $20 million. We might dump him at the end of this. I don't know though. His contract is the same, and he has an opt-out in 2011. So I don't know. If he is quite popular though, and he isn't terrible. So depending on how he performs, we may keep him, we may not keep him. Hunter Pence is in right field. He was our star rookie last year who didn't get Rookie of the Year because Jacoby Ellsbury exists. So there's that, but he's really good. We have Mike Lowell at third base, who is Mike Lowell. Yeah, that's all there is to say about that. Jackie Wilson, the guy that we traded for, he's our shortstop. This is really good. You want your shortstop and your center fielder and ideally your catcher. I'm going to be a hypocrite, but you want those guys to have really defensive positions, because especially for shortstop, infield range, super, super important. We can discuss team construction at another point if you guys want. We could do like a baseball bingo interlude at some point, and I could like discuss creating teams and like what you want to be looking for. But that's another conversation for another time. And then here's Pudge, who's not a good catcher. Don't be me. Don't be a total fan of Pudge and pick him up for your team. Get a better catcher, and we have a backup catcher who's much better, but like, don't be me. Don't put Pudge on the team just because he was like your favorite player in 2007. Well, no, not in 2007, earlier than that, but like, this is bad. This catcher ability and catcher position rating is bad, but it's Pudge. So he's here. We should do Jackie. Cool, we'll do that. We can do that, and then we can give him the nickname of Jackie, and we'll mark that on our bingo card in a minute. Hi, how many years have we done in the save? This is the second year, so we started it last week, and this is the second year, Jared Millett. Well, not to be confused with like Jack I. Wilson. Whoops, didn't mean that. Okay, so on our bench we have a lot of guys. So Landon Powell is like actually a good catcher. He's disruptive though, so like if we start having team chemistry issues, he's the first to go. And I have another catcher waiting in the wings in case we need to. We need to bring him up. Landon Powell here. We have 3 infield utility guys. So Mike Holloman here can take over most of the infield positions and hit decently. We picked him up from the Tigers, but he's selfish, which is not good. Mike Lamb here is going to be a free agent next season. This is who Cesar Izturis is replacing, ideally. Just that will save us, $4 million with a guy who won't be making much. Only Mike Holloman, yes. We have Adam Everett as another backup shortstop infield person. He can play anywhere, so he doesn't have position ratings at the other positions, but with stuff like this, with defensive ratings like this, he could play anywhere. So it doesn't matter he can't hit. Like you can see in spring training, he wasn't hitting very well. That's not why he's on this team. Very unhappy. Listen, if he was better, I would, do something. We could also trade him maybe for a pitcher. I would consider it. Angry player email this season. That's the goal. So here's Eric Bruntlett, who's another utility guy. We have a bunch of utilities. He can play infield and outfield very well. So I struggled with what to do with our million utility guys, but since we didn't even have pitchers, I figured why not keep them? And then we have Tim Raines Jr., who's another one of these, can play in like lots of places, like in the outfield, but can't hit. So Lowell looks like a good defensive third base. Lowell is a pretty good defensive third base. So that's who's on our team. Yay. We're not going to do well this season. If you're curious about our top prospects, David Cooper, who I picked up in the draft, is our top prospect. In real life, he played for Toronto for a couple years, but never really did much. Hopefully he turns out better this save. And hello, Fred. How are you today? Steve Everts, the guy that we traded with Atlanta to get him. He's our number 2 prospect. And Chris Johnson, who I guess we already had in our system. We are very bad. OSA does not think that we have a good farm system at all. In fact, we're at the bottom of the list. Before we get started with our bingo shenanigans, let's take a look at the preseason predictions for the NL West. Not NL West, NL Central. We're projected to come in 3rd, behind the Cubs and the Brewers. We'll see. We'll see. That's if everything goes right. We have only one guy in the top hitters and pitchers, and that's Kuroda here. So, yeah. It's not looking good. We've got this. I mean, I tried very hard to construct this team in a decent way. 3rd is pretty respectable. 3rd is very respectable, but it's not winning. Okay, so what is bingo? And why do you care about it? All right, so welcome to Baseball Bingo, where we simulate a year of a certain franchise in a certain year. And as things happen in the game, we mark them on our card. When we get bingo, we get a prize. Now, as you can see, there's already something marked on this card, and that would be the Mike Lowell space because he's already on our team. So I put that there. This is actually not a terrible card. I think this is pretty doable. Yes, I've already marked Lowell. If things go wrong, we have a deep farm system to help. Oh dear. Yeah, so I think this is actually a pretty okay card. I think there are 3 or 4 avenues as to how we can achieve bingo. Now you can see some of these are good, like, we have hitting streaks, pitcher of the month. Some of them are bad. We root for things like pitcher injuries, but only once in a season. You're confident about this? I'm glad that you're confident, Tom. But yeah, so see, I like where you're thinking, EVC, because I was on that same thought process of diagonally this way. I don't think we can get 3 or more All-Stars, though. Yeah, I can't think of good. I agree. I don't think we can get 3 or more All-Stars. I actually think that the bottom row is more likely. Yeah, the Hoosman. I agree. I think the bottom row is likely. That requires us to get a stupid trade proposal, and we don't exactly have things to trade. And that was an issue with that square last week. So we'll see. I also think that the B column is possible if we have a pitcher and a hitter that do very well. Jack Wilson already covers the bottom left corner. Yep, he already does. So I'm going to mark that right down here. The bingo card is random every week. Also, if you're confused as to what the Red Hat Conspiracy and monthly awards is, that is if 2 out of 3 for our league, so the National League, if they're wearing red hats, if 2 out of 3 of them are wearing red hats, we mark that space. The Red Hat Conspiracy is the idea that all of the teams that wear red hats are conspiring against us to claim all of the awards. We first noticed this in our first franchise. So here we go. Are there any catchers available on waivers or free agency? We don't need to get catchers on waivers or free agency. We actually have a few catchers that we can plug in if necessary. But also today our token here is John Lester, who we traded for, and this is a picture after he got his no-hitter in 2008. Fun fact, I was at that game. It's a fun story if you guys want to hear it. Sweep a series as a playoff series. I can't talk today. No, it's just a regular series. I mean, nothing to trade, does that de facto mean any trade proposals erected? That is a stupid one. That's an interesting thought. I just don't know if we will get any trade proposals. But here we go. It is opening day, and we're not actually playing today, but okay. You want to hear that story. Okay. So one of the things that the Red Sox do is they make it very easy for kids to go to games, or even like up through college. So growing up, I was very fortunate because there were always multiple times a year through youth groups, through school, and other things where I would get to go to Red Sox games. And in 2008, my synagogue youth group got tickets through the Red Sox to go to a game, and it was on my mother's birthday. And I was like, oh yeah, we should go because it's your birthday. And I thought it was a really cool idea. And she's like not that big of a baseball fan. She was like, ooh, like it's gonna be cool. But anyway, she got sick that day, so my father took me. And, you know, John Lester was pitching. This is his rookie year. And I remember after like the 5th inning, because I had been so used to relievers just coming into games, I was like, why aren't they putting any relievers in? Granted, I was like 14 at the time, totally didn't understand anything about baseball. And I was like, Dad, why aren't they putting any relievers in? Like, isn't he getting tired? And my dad had to explain, no, he hasn't given up a hit. You don't take him out when that happens. And I'm like, oh. And then I suddenly became so nervous that he would get a hit. It was almost a perfect game. He had 2 walks. And I remember leaving the game that it was a zoo trying to get out because everyone was stopped at the end, like after the game, trying to get pictures of the manual scoreboard at Fenway. They were, because it had just all of the zeros, and I think my dad ended up getting one, but it was by far, of any game I've ever been to, the hardest to leave. And it was a really significant moment for John Lester because he had just been like free from cancer. It really meant a lot. It was fantastic, and that's my story. This is how you create a lifelong baseball fan. I mean, I was in it for a while before then, and it sucks that she got sick. I mean, it does, although I don't think she really wanted to spend her birthday in the cold at Fenway Park. Must have been nerve-wracking in the 9th. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, it was against the Royals and they kind of just bullied them. You can find the game on YouTube. It exists. But yeah, that was a game. That's the coolest game that I've ever been to, and that is there hasn't been a Red Sox no-hitter since. Okay. Oh, it looks like Javi Vasquez. I was like, Christian Vasquez, he's not up yet. All right, so we had a player of the week, and it was Javi Vasquez. Yeah, he's on the Red Sox now. The National League player is Ryan Zimmerman. What's the coolest game that you guys have been to? That's my story of the coolest game I've been to, but I bet some of you have been to some fantastic games because a lot of you are a lot older than me. I'll always be able to remember the date. Well, it was my mother's birthday, so... Oh no, John Lester, your day today. But yeah, so anyway, that's why I picked that specific token because it was memorable. Hey, A-Rod, who is on the Angels now, got 500th home run. But it's really funny. They used that picture of him on tickets for a while, so I actually have a ticket of a game I went to a couple years later where that's the picture. It's like, oh, I was at the game before. And we have swept and shut out the Cubs, and we got shut out, so we're going to mark those. You ever been to a baseball game? Oh, can't think of good. You'll be able to do it. A's playoff clinching game. That's really cool. OOTP meme board. And Dave Rigetti no-hitter. That's cool. That's really cool. Ooh, Lowry. That's pretty intense. And oh, you're so lucky, John, to get to go to playoff games. Those are too expensive for me. Brudov, that's interesting. Okay, so we did a bunch of things here. So first, we swept a series. We swept the Cubs. We also shut out the Cubs. And we got shut out. So we're actually pretty close here. That's this stupid trade proposal is the thing though. Coolest game is Comerica Park. It was freezing. Oh wow, Rascal. Were they won a walk-off wild pitch in the bottom of the ninth? You guys have been to such cool games. I'm jealous. Yeah, that's the coolest game I've ever been to. Okay, so let's see if we can't do anything here. Oh, wow. Fireworks night, you stuck it out. Okay, is Florida gonna sweep us? Florida swept us! Okay, we can mark that on our card too. That is the one sweep we want to tolerate. Okay. Oh yeah, who's our star player? Is it Mike Lowell? Is it John Lester? Who is it? Like, who is our star player? Let me grab that again. We forgot to determine who our star player is. Why not Pence? Pence is a choice. In Fenway when the Red Sox clinched the division. Oil Can Boyd, okay. Baldo Human. Ooh. You think Berkman is probably the star? Okay, so we have a vote for Pence and we have a vote for Berkman. I think Pence is probably the play here. I would go with him over Berkman, but Berkman could do it. So I also think Cordero is a potential guy for saves, but like because he's the closer, he's not playing as much. I think Pence or Berkman is probably. Your vote number 2 for Pence. Okay, are we going with Hunter Pence here? They rallied to win. That's cool. Okay, let's take a look at these emails and see. Royals pitching up by more. No. Okay, player of the week in the AL is Ichiro, and National League is Orlando Hudson of the Diamondbacks. Okay, so let's see what else here. Oh, it looks like A-Rod got into a fight with Hector Rondon. And looks like Melvin Upton is out. Oh, Trot Nixon finally signed. Really? Now you take a minor. Fine. I tried to get Trot Nixon in a minor league thing, but guess not. Todd Helton hits 300 home runs. Hey, Edgar Renteria's still around, hitting 2,000 hits. And all right, so Zobrist. I tried to trade for Zobrist and it didn't work. Player of the week and national is Jose Reyes and J-Lo. Yes, they came out and said that like they're still together, and I don't know if I believe them. Well, the 80 Boggs. Oh, nice. Okay. So let's get through April here. And as we went into extra innings, we can put that on our bingo card. All right. Extra innings. See, if we get hitter and pitcher of the month, pitcher is the less likely of the two. We could just use Jansen or Doolittle to get a 3-star prospect, which is kind of why I picked up both of them. But I digress. Okay, so let's continue playing the Rockies. We're probably going to sweep us, yes. And we're beating the Padres. Okay, Adam Everett. He's not angry yet, I don't think. Dude, is this angry? What do we think? I've been getting the feeling that you don't think I'm a part of the starting lineup because you're not, and that I am more of a role player. No, you're our utility shortstop. If you give me the chance, I can show you how much I can contribute to the Astros. I'm not saying that I'm great, just that I deserve the chance to prove myself. Listen, buddy, your average is not going to be good. I can tell that by looking at your ratings. You are fantastic at defense, but you're not going to start over Jackie Wilson. Looks like I played extra innings in a few games. Is that a square? It is, and I did mark it. So don't worry. Gotcha. I don't know if he's angry yet. What do we think? Oh, look, it's Tim Wakefield doing things. Oh, Cano has a hit streak. He's not on our team, though. Roberts has... Oh, yeah, the Orioles still have the wrong uniforms. Do we want to... Let me know if you want me to change the Orioles uniforms off of Dead Ball. So... Hey! Looks like Kuroda got the shutout there. That's pretty good. Oh, Sammy Sosa's retiring. Designated fielder, yes. Can you do any more of the... yes, cheese truck. Yes. Not sure what we're doing this week, but yes, we will be doing another one on Wednesday. You say no unless he demands a trade. Okay. Chipper Jones is out of action. Barry Bonds has 3,000 hits. Okay, player of the week is Matt Kemp, so we're not getting that, and Jose Lopez. The Orioles unis are a bingo tradition now. I'll have to make sure to import all of the uniforms into the new game. I tried to also trade for Miguel Cabrera, and it didn't work. Dustin Pedroia is fantastic, which we know. Okay, people are ending their... Basically what happened is I accidentally overwrote the Orioles uniforms with the dead ball ones, but I still have the files for the old ones. It's just every year when it updates, it will revert back to the dead ball ones. Yoshi, your streams. Well, the problem is the Senators and the Brewers also have the same problem. The Brewers hats are not correct. Like, I can show you in a second. Okay, Lieber walks away. Hudson has has that. Oh, is Jose Guillen departing the Royals? I don't know. Here, let me bring up the Brewers and I can show you. Because their hats are the dead ball hats by accident. Make them all dead ball unis. We could only do them for 16 of the teams, but I can do that if you guys want. If more of you want all of them to be dead ball uniforms, I'll do it. But let me know. Let me know. Okay. So we're going to go a few more days, and then we will take a look at our team stats and figure out if we suck. No, they're fine the way they are. That's just me. Well, it'll take like 10 minutes for me to change them all, so... Okay, so... People are doing things. AL Player of the Week, Jim Thome, and National Players, Matt Kemp. Why? Why are you not on our team? No, just goofing around. I mean, like, I will. In one of our saves, I made the Giants uniforms pink. I'm tired of the lack of attention I get on this team. I am a part of the starting lineup, and you failed to see that. I'm asking to be traded as soon as possible, so please respect my wishes. Oh, he's mad. He's mad. He's angry. He's angry. All right, we can mark that. All right. This is why we kept him around. And I believe we can trade him. Let's take a look and see if we can knock out the prospect one, because we may be able to. Okay, so let's take a look here. Mike Lamb is a pinch hitter, but he can play first base really well. Who else can play first base? We have Lance Berkman, but if he goes down, who can play it? I mean, the answer is they could stick anybody there, but we don't have any sort of replacement, and is Torres, I don't think, plays it either. Because this is the guy I want to replace, possibly. Okay, you know what we're going to do? We're going to see if we can get an upgrade for maybe a first baseman for Lamb. We only need our star player to do something, yeah. Okay, let's see. We could pick up... We already have a bunch of... They're just offering expensive guys. Okay. Let's take a look at these. Are you playing? You're playing. I wonder if we could get Clayton Kershaw from the Dodgers. What would they want for him? I think I tried to get him before and it wouldn't work. Okay, we're watching the bingo card. Sorry, let me see. I just shopped Lamb, and it didn't show up anything. Okay, can we trade for Clayton Kershaw? What do they want? They don't want. Okay, no. Who do they have at first base though? Russ Mitchell. You're not somebody we want on our team. Okay, who do you have at first base? You have Nomar at first base. Would you give us Nomar for Mike Lamb? Wait, they'll do it. Okay. Can you combine him with one of the relievers? Let's see. Let's see if we can get a reliever off them too. Let me look at... They have Takashi Saito. Not nuts about that. We're not going to give up everything for Kershaw. Who do you have? Brett Tomko is starting for them. But he's 35. I don't know if I want to pick up 35-year-old pitcher. Odalis Perez. Oh, he's going to be a free agent, actually. Okay, we're gonna get Nomar, like, that's just gonna happen. But I want to see if we can pick up a prospect. I don't want to pick up a closer like that. Carlos Santana is here. Eric Gonzalez Diaz. These guys are just two pitch dudes. I want more than that. James McDonald. Okay, would you give us James McDonald? What do you want? Sure. He's not... We'll get a scouting report on McDonald and see if he's actually 3 stars. Sure, take Sergio Perez, who's not going to be good. Nomar is a free agent at the end of the year, so basically we're only getting a year of Nomar. That's what we're doing here, is we're just getting a year of Nomar. And then we'll let him walk at the end. But this guy is really the piece for us. So let's complete this trade. And I want us to get a scouting report on McDonald. Okay, I think McDonald is gonna have to go down. He was DFA'd apparently. Interesting. Okay, Nomar's going on here. Okay. Gutierrez we're just gonna release, I think. Or maybe we'll put him back in here. So we'll see. You wonder if McDonald likes to go to McDonald's? Okay, I'm gonna see. Hopefully we get this because DiNardo's not doing too hot. And I think we may have to bring Liriano up because Liriano's doing okay. So we'll see. Let's sim a few more days. JMax exciting. Yes. Well, let me clear out our emails here. If not, we'll do a 3-star prospect trade if we can. Okay, so Gutierrez. I'm gonna just stick him. Has to be on the 40-man roster. Why? I don't know why. Fine, we'll put you on the 40-man roster and stick you down here. James McNugget McDonald? Sure, let's do that. I don't mind doing that. McNuggets. Save that for next week? No, we'll do it now. You guys have to, you can't bank things for bingo for next week. That's not how it works. Oh, hey, Mr. Posey. Doing things. You saw him pitch in AAA Slibbird? That's really cool. What was that like? Okay, we are moving into the month of May. So Zobrist and Kemp get the batter awards. Heron and Beckett. Yeah, see, look, here are the Brewers in their hands. Beckett wanted like 40 million. It was bad. And rookie is Posey and Votto. I also tried to pick up Votto and I couldn't. I tried very hard to get some good players. It didn't work. Okay, so if we take a look at the standings here, we're playing like 500 ball and we're in 3rd. We're pretty far behind the Brewers, who have just like, they have like a good roster and good pitching, and it makes it hard. It's gonna tell us our pitching sucks. Like, I already know this. Our bullpen is so bad, and our hitting is not great. Let me check our team chemistry because unhappy. Okay, so you know what we're gonna do here. Landon Powell is going to be shopped around. Hopefully, maybe he has a prospect. I feel like choosing pitchers tends to make the star player does something easier. It really depends. Okay, nobody is. Okay, okay, we're just gonna not Lenny DiNardo. Let me find him. Landon Powell is going back down. Clubhouse appreciates it. We're gonna bring up J.R. Towles, who is the other catcher that we have in reserve here. And what we're going to do is I apologize to Pudge, but what we're going to do is we are going to force start him at catcher so that it picks him over Pudge. We do have Alex Cora. Because I signed him to a minor league deal. Indy Spark is kind of neat. Cool. Alex Cora is not that great. Like, I'll show you. He's not that great. Ugh, you missed so much. That's all right. Okay, so we've moved him. DiNardo, I'm guessing, is the problem. Let me take a look here. We look at FIP. Ooh, Rincon is actually not doing fantastic here. But he's played in 11 games. DiNardo. Okay, I think we're gonna opt for getting rid of DiNardo first. I wonder if we can trade him. Can we get another pitcher or something for him? Because if not, he's going on waivers probably. Just because I don't want to spend. Derek Turnbow's a closer. No, he's actually a closer. Okay, let's see. I wonder if we could trade him back to the Athletics for something. So let's remove Crosby and Chris Bodenbach. Who is on your team? 40-man. Oakland active roster. Would you want to give us Trevor Cahill? Ooh, he's angry. If Cahill comes on, he would really... Okay, I don't want to spend like 8,000 years doing trade shenanigans. We could pick up Cahill. I bet if we try to give them back Jansen. No, they won't do it. Do you want Sean Doolittle? We can trade them back to you? No. Okay, so they're not going to do this. They won't give us Kale. Would you give us maybe somebody not as... Would you give us Alan Embry? No, we're not going to trade for Alan Embry. We could do... And Fritz. See, like, I would want to do maybe a prospect, like a 3-star prospect or higher, and then we can try to bring up Liriano, I guess. But they only have Jason Castro, and I don't know if we need yet. Oh, he was just drafted. These are not the guys to go with. Let's fleece the Royals, maybe. Maybe the Royals will have luck. If not, if this doesn't work, I'm just going to put him, just going to waive a DFA him. Okay. Luke Gregerson. Would you take Lenny DiNardo for Gregerson? They would consider it. Oh, but we would have to give them McDonald back, and I don't want to do that. Johnson, what is this guy? Okay, I would give them this dude because I don't think he's going to be that good. So I would give them that for Gregerson because Gregerson, they don't want him because he's not doing too well, but maybe he just needs a change of scenery, and this also will, like, give us a bingo square. This is not fair at all. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Maybe we can pick up, like... They really like Chris Johnson. Interesting. They'll give us a second baseman. They'll give us... Will they give us Salvi? Would they give us Salvi for him? What would they want for Salvi? No. Okay, they won't do that. Would you give us Moose? No, they like actually want things for these guys. Okay, well we'll take we'll take this random second baseman, and then we'll complete this trade because this will give us the bingo square. Braves legend Chris Johnson. This will give us the bingo square. So I think we're gonna immediately stick. Gregerson on here, and then we can mark that on our bingo card. So that we have traded for a 3-star prospect or higher. Huzzah. And the card is freaking out that we did that. Okay. So we're getting there. We're getting there with our card. Okay. Let's continue to sim. Hopefully that'll do that. Okay. So I think what we're gonna do here with our buddy James McDonald is we're just gonna stick him. Okay. We'll put him on the 40-man and then. No, I don't. It's not what I'm doing. Okay. Put him on the 40-man and then we're gonna stick him in Round Rock because he actually needs to go down. Liriano might almost be ready to come up. And this hopefully will help us out a little. Our batting is not fantastic, but we'll address that at another point. Okay, maybe we'll be able to we won by more than 10 runs against the Nationals. Time for Pence to do something. How's the hitting? Abysmal. We were 15th in the National League when I checked last. But that's the thing. Change scene? Change the scene? Yes, I will change it. There you go. I was gonna put it on the card before I changed it, but here we go. We won by more than 10 runs. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, well, we swept the Nationals, which I guess is good. Ooh, 10-run win. We have to lose by more than 10 runs too, though, and that's been a struggle, I guess. Okay, we're not getting anything helpful for our bingo stuff, but we are going through the entire month of May, and we're gonna have to go through all these emails, so hopefully there will be something in there for us. Mike Lowell is out for a week. Okay, we are just going to bench him for 8 days. I'm not sticking him on the injured list for nothing. Can we get a professional in here? Yeah, I wish. Okay, so let's check out all these stuff. So Raul Ibanez and Carlos Rivera are the players of the week, which is not us. Utley gets the cycle. J.R. House gets the cycle. Star of the week in the American League is Hank Blaylock and Ryan Howard. Not us. Oh, 2,000 hits. And Noe Munoz is retiring. Gary Sheffield gets 2,500 hits. Moises Alou, 5 for 5 day. That's pretty cool. All right, Maglio Ordonez. Go Maglio. For the week. And Dan T. Murphy. So not us. Maybe we should have picked Kuroda as our star player. Murphy's got a hit streak. None of our guys are doing anything. Fact or fiction? I don't know. Roberts touches all the bases. Suzuki gets 5 hits, and Roy Halladay is being fantastic. Okay, so Carlos Guillen and Brandon Phillips are the players of the week. Neither of them are on our team. Oh, it looks like Willie Randolph has an open door policy. That's great. Oh, look, it's David Bush. All right, let's sim another day, and we will take a look at the standings. Pitchers throw shutouts or get injured more than non-superstar position players do something. Something we should consider. Very, very well. Something we should consider. Okay, so May's best batter was Justin Morneau and Miguel Cabrera. We had Kelvin Escobar and CC Sabathia, and then the rookies were Joey Votto and Jed Lowry. Oh yeah, Jed Lowry exists. So in our league, we did not have more than one red hat, so we don't get that. Let's take a look at standings. We're now in second place, but we're 6.5 games back behind the Brewers. If we take a look at, so if we're looking at the other divisions, if you're curious, the Rays lead the AL East, the Twins lead the AL Central, the Mariners lead the AL West, the Tigers are leading the wild card, and in the rest of the National League, the Mets, the Brewers, the Dodgers, and the Diamondbacks are in it. Not so great for us. Team stats, our hitting is pathetic. Our pitching is actually doing really well, but our hitting is a problem. So let's take a look and see what's going on here. Woof. All right. So Nomar is on fire, apparently. Nomar is fantastic, but he's only played in like 19 games. Our worst hitters are our bench guys, which is good. Jackie Wilson is our worst hitter here. You blame Mike Lowell. Okay, so let's take a look at our batters here. So we have what we want to see is we have a ground ball hitter, fly ball, ground ball, normal, ground ball, ball. What I want to do here is I actually want to take a look at our coach, our batting coach, because this team should be hitting and something is not going right. So we're going to look at our personnel here. So I'm going to look at both our manager and our hitting coach. Our hitting coach is a power hitting coach. That's probably an issue. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to fire our hitting coach and get a new one if possible. I am looking for coaches, preferred occupation, hitting coach. So we want to look for particularly guys who are good at contact. Okay, so Lucatero. We're gonna have to look in the editor here to see his stuff. I think we're gonna opt for him. So we're gonna hire this guy. He has a poor reputation, but like he's fair with his relationships and his development influence. So we're gonna hire him, and I'm gonna submit this offer. How to get kicked? Yes, Mike Will slander is not allowed. But I also want to look at our manager. So our manager here is Phil Garner, and well, this is why we suck. So we're gonna get a new manager as well. Our manager here has bad stats, basically. We can go into this again. If you guys want a whole why does my team suck and how to make a better team tutorial, I guess we can do that another time. Okay, so preferred occupation, manager, and I want to look at ratings. Okay, so what I'm looking here is at roster strategy and both this, and I'm doing this fairly quickly just because we need to get out of this stream at some point, even though I know we all love packs. But We will make this team slightly good, maybe, at some point. Grumble, grumble. Unfortunately, because all of the guys available are poor. Okay, so what I'm looking for is favorite OBP. This guy may be the best choice, Nick Wetzel. Oh, we don't have to go until we get bingo. We may not get bingo. Okay, we're gonna go with Keyue Zhou. So we're gonna offer him a contract. I do think that this is going to be helpful. We also have an issue where we don't have a lot of lefties. We have a lot of switch hitters, which is also contributing. Like if you look here, you can't see it, but like we don't have that many left-handed batters. So we have like one, and the rest are like switches, I think. So they're going in, and that's also affecting it. Unfortunately, that's the way the cookie crumbled this time, and it was not ideal. Not how I wanted to construct the roster, but sometimes that's a thing. So let's continue on here. We got our guys in, and let's see. Top players, Sheffield and Vlad Guerrero. Oh, Mark Loretta's retiring. Okay. So we're going to hope that this personnel shakeup actually helps us win a few more games. It may not work. It may do more harm than good. But we'll see. Okay, we're starting to get trade stuff. Paulino pitches jump. Hey, one of our pitchers did something. Too bad that doesn't count. Okay, they would trade us this catcher, who's actually not terrible. Put players on the blockers that team needs to get more trade offers. Okay, so they would give us this catcher for a pitcher that's doing well. And a really good... This actually might be a stupid trade proposal because, like, this is a good catcher. But why would they think we would give him up for one of our better relievers and a really good relief prospect? Why would you think this? I agree, can't think of good. I think we are dealing with a stupid trade proposal. I think we can mark that and then get bingo. All right. I believe we have done it. We have achieved the bingo. Yay! We did it. Bingo. So, what do we get for winning bingo? Not really a shock, but we get another perfect points giveaway. Okay, so the perfect points giveaway is going to be 15,000 perfect points. I'm going to start the giveaway in a second. But if you win, there's going to be 3 winners. You need to make sure that you message me your perfect team username on Twitch or on Discord, and we'll go over that in a minute. No, 15, like Dustin Pedroia's number, not 50. 15. Okay, so go. I like that idea, Zozu. I don't know if we can do it though. I do not get to pick the amount. So yeah, just type ticket in there. Only do it once, because if you do it multiple times, then you get kicked, and like that's not fun. It would be much better if you guys don't get kicked. That way you can actually win. Okay, so we're going to continue through the month of June while you guys do that. Looks like Roy Halladay has had a season end. But we're going to continue to sim through. We've gotten bingo quite early on here, so we're going to see how this helps. Okay. Looks like we're in some interleague now. We're facing like all the AL East teams, which is, you know, a thing. Okay. Sack of Wet Mice. That's a great name. All right, so we have Longoria and Jose Ortiz as the players of the week. We have Jones gets number 400, Chipper Jones. Hit 2,500 for Frankie E. Thomas. Pujols gets his 300th homer. We also have A-Rod and Adrian Gonzalez getting the Players of the Week. And is Benji Molina asking for a trade? Who knows? We'll find out. Renteria's hit streak is done. Steven Pierce was on fire. We have some season ends. Okay, other Players of the Week are Alex Rios and Ryan Zimmerman. We are not good. The Rockies want to send Chris Iannetta, a catcher, for Qualls and Kenley Jansen. No. Single-handedly carrying the Astros. Let us check on Hunter Pence and Mike Lowell. So Hunter Pence is hitting 276, has an OBP of 305, and is slugging 404. Mike Lowell is hitting 250 with an OBP of 337 and 446. If you're wondering who our average and OBP leaders are, that would be Nomar. It is Hunter Pence, but Nomar technically has a higher average, and Nomar is better at getting on base than Lance Berkman too. But both of them have good OBPs. Nomar is doing what Nomar does, although we will lose him at the end of the year. Yeah, Pence isn't living up to his potential here, which is a shame. Okay, so let's see. The team records. Seems like the team is well on its way to another playoff appearance. No, we're not. We're really not. Acquire a player. I love having people who rush out when I ask something of them. I'm thrilled that you brought in a top player, and I think Francisco Cordero will be a great player for the near future. I guess. And I don't know what to say. I asked you to improve the farm system and you've done nothing. I have not done nothing. What are you talking about? Listen, it's not my fault that they're all stuck down here in Rookie League, in the Appy League. I have actually improved the farm system. It is not my fault that OSA is a fraud and doesn't know how to properly... we're down here, 29th. And the Tigers are with us, and they don't know how to properly evaluate prospects. I'm better than you're giving me credit for, owner. What are you gonna do? Fire me? Oh wait, you can't, because I took that ability away from you. Okay, contract infos. We are gonna just extend our assistant GM, who does nothing. Round Rock went 0-71. Okay. So you're gone. We're just gonna get rid of all the Round Rock people. Actually, it's not entirely their fault. The players are bad too. Corpus Christi is also doing horribly, because we have really bad players. Everyone is just doing pathetic. We're gonna extend the managers because we're gonna actually extend the Round Rock people. They're going 0-71, but that's not their fault. It's the players they have. Team owner makes me mad. Needs to be a bingo square. It wouldn't make me mad if they weren't stupid. Okay, yeah, we're gonna let Avalanche go, Tri-City, everyone here. Actually, we'll keep John Mariah because we'll keep the Tri-City people because they seem to actually be good. I remember, again, part of the problem. See, look, here's the Greenville Astros. They're actually doing well with really bad staff because they have good players. Well, they've only played 2 games, but they have much better players because I've added them. Did I set the minor league promotion demotion to the AI? I believe I did. I can go back and change it. It's entirely possible that I didn't. But that should have been there by default. Let me make sure. I shouldn't have Ah, I did not. Good call. Good call, can't think of good. Let me do that. Let me set that. Everything else is fine. It looks like it didn't go. Let me see. Let me sim a day. Let's see what happens here. Ah, here we go. Much better. Owner says stupid stuff should be a square. Well, we have owner gets mad, which we might have to change. Only 2 weeks left and perfectly. Oh, perfect team. Should you buy packs or still chase Shoeless Joe? I don't know. But thank you. I can't think of good. I don't know how we missed that. I don't think that's gonna address our farm system because it's just looking at the prospects. It's not actually looking at the minor league system rankings. So it says that we don't have any top prospects. So we're gonna have to wait till the All-Star break, I think, for it to readjust. Okay, moving into July. We are going to end the giveaway here after we read all of these emails, and then here's the giveaway. Pelton reaches 2,000 hits. Bobby Abreu, I remember him. That's a name. Hit streak. All right, Maglio and Ryan Braun are doing things. All right, batter of the month, Jose Ortiz and Brandon Wood, and then Scott Baker and Kip Wells. Oh, so we would have gotten the Red Hat conspiracy there. But then Joel Carreno and Greg Reynolds. Okay, so let's look at the standings. We're now 4.5 games back from the Brewers. Okay, that's a thing. It doesn't look... The Angels are now leading the AL West, it looks like. I can't remember if they were before. All of the positions have stayed the same. Doesn't look like there's any change. Let's look at our team stats here. Our hitting is still abysmal, but our pitching is good. The hitting is something I'm going to have to address in the off season, I think, because part of the problem is our lack of left-handed batters, and what we're going to do is there's a bunch of people that are going to walk, and I'm going to replace them with lefties. So let's close the giveaway. All right, giveaway is over. You can't enter. Okay, so I am going to draw 3 winners. You win. You need to send me, either DM me on Twitch or Discord, your perfect team username so I can get that information to the right people so we can get you your perfect points as quickly as possible. All right, let's go. Winner number 1 is the guy who's Khan. Genghis Khan? Kubla Khan? All right, well, you won. So make sure that you DM me your Twitch, not your Twitch, your perfect team username. And winner number 2, the Joker 7702. Okay. The extended word of the week. Okay. Congrats to Joker. And the 3rd, Star Trek Con. I don't know. Maybe. And the 3rd winner is Tim Gross. Hey, you finally won. Con. Okay, so you can DM me your perfect team username either on Twitch or Discord. On Twitch, you can do it through YukarinKazami. That's my name. It's in the title. Just send me a whisper. On Discord, my name is Kazami Yukarin. If you're in the Discord server, it's purple under the stream team heading. So just DM me that so that we can get you your points. So yeah, that's good. Thank you for entering. Congratulations to all the winners. To all the riggers. No, they didn't rig it, I don't think. OOTP Meme Lord didn't win, so it's not rigged. Last week was bees, this week is teas. Is it really? I don't know. Maybe the giveaway bot is broken. But yeah, make sure you DM me that. All right, I gotcha, Tim. So it's just the other two. Okay, let's continue onward here. Into the month of July, the Orioles want to trade us Pat Overholt. Oof, that's a profile. Getting Josh Towers. We're not doing that. It's bad. Ivan Rodriguez gets number 2,500. Too bad Pudge is not our player. Hunter Pence hasn't done anything. We're not good this time. You didn't win. No, you didn't win this time. Okay, so now we're in a losing streak. I just don't think we're sustainable. We're not gonna get to the playoffs. All right, let's take a look here. Oh, Red Sox under Braves streak. Ellsbury cracks 5 hits. Okay, who's retiring? David Weathers. Nobody here. All right, Seth Smith and Billy Butler do things. We're really bad. Luckily, we didn't need our star player to do anything because, yeah, we didn't need him to do anything, but we're now completely sucking. Jared Gritho. Okay, well, we can just release you, I guess. You're not good, so we're just gonna release him. Okay, I tried to get Verlander too, and it didn't work. I tried to get a lot of these guys, and, like, it just didn't work. Players were like, teams were like, but why would you give us our good ones? Oh, Prince Fielder is headed to the injured list. That's not fun. Alright, people are trading. Oh, Blue Jays star wrecks a one-of-a-kind car. That's a fun thing. Rios is known for his hard driving play on the field, but after what happened this week, he should probably drive a little more carefully on the roads. The star right fielder was driving late at night on a winding road and smashed right into a highway barrier. He escaped with only scrapes and bruises and is listed as day-to-day, but the bigger injuries are to his wallet and his pride. The car, which was completely totaled, was a custom-built luxury Aston Martin valued at $500,000. He angrily declined to take questions as he limped out of an Toronto area. That's not proper grammar. Area hospital last night, but his publicist released the following statement. Alexis is happy to be home with his family and knows how lucky he is to have escaped nearly unhurt. He will be more careful in the future, and he knows that cars, unlike people, can always be replaced. Maybe so, but if he wants to be able to replace this one, he may need to drive a hard bargain when he next comes to the negotiating table. Okay, all-star rosters. I doubt we got anybody. Like, apart from our... Okay, so we got Felipe Paulino. We got Francisco Cordero. Really? We didn't get Kuroda. Interesting. That's probably it. Yeah, so we got those two pitchers. Prospect games. So we got Alfredo Aceves. Probably our dude there. Oh, was Kuroda there? I didn't see him. Let me look. Oh, no, there he is. So we would have gotten the 3. We just got 3 pitchers. See, like, batters, I think, and pitchers are definitely a struggle. All right, Beltran and Hart got the Players of the Week. Are we really not going to get any awards? I mean, I doubt we're getting any batting awards. Okay, who wins the All-Star game? The Blue Jays. Famed Blue Jay player Albert Pujols. He outpowers the competition. Oh, he did the home run derby. He beat out Josh Hamilton, and yes, okay. Oh, I missed who. Oh, today's the All-Star game. The Rangers, 15th team in batting in the NL, doesn't he send position players to the All-Star game? Yeah. Jake Lane, they would like to send us Jake Lane for Josh Towers. Why does No, we're not going to do this. Okay, All-Star game. An NL lost to the AL, so we lost, but Joey Votto was the MVP. Shock. Who are the 40? Who else was 40 then? I don't think so. Cox moments, yes. All right, they would send. Okay, we don't need this catcher. No. Stop trying to get like actually decent pitchers from us. You may think that we would want to sell because we're not making it to the playoffs, but that's not how we roll here. What a headline. Yeah. Okay, Rockies. We don't need a catcher. Stop thinking we do. They think we need a catcher and we don't. Okay. What a headline. Rockies really want to get rid of this guy because he's a $10 million catcher. That's why. All right. Continue on here through July. Mike Holloman is day to day. We've been pretty. No, I'm not going to say anything. David Ortiz, famed Mariners player. He's well, he's player of the week. That's really funny. I wonder if we can pick up David Ortiz. I wonder if we could trade for David Ortiz, but like that's not probably a good idea. Cincinnati trade Ken Griffey Jr. for Victor Martinez. And then Gerardo Pera. 17 million though, oof, yeah, we don't really have the budget for it. We would have to get rid of trade proposal. They would send us Josh Phelps. That's a name. I remember him, not on the Red Sox. Gregerson. See, like what we could do. We're not doing that. See, like what we could do though is Berkman is a switch hitter and he makes 20 million. Could we get Ortiz? We're just like reestablishing the mid 2000s Red Sox, I realized, but like Ortiz actually might not be a terrible trade for Berkman, but they're not going to do it. No. Okay. We will not get Poppy, sadly. Okay. Trade proposal from the Marlins. We don't want your catchers. If you want to do you want to give us like Miguel Cabrera? I would take Miguel Cabrera. Career over. Jamie Moyer retires. Okay, let's discuss this trade, because, like, I would give him that, but, like, you have to give me... Ooh, Giancarlo Stanton. No, we don't need him. We would need, like... Let me take a look here. Would you give us Cabrera for 11 million? No. I also tried to get Hanley at one point. Did we not learn from getting Pudge? No, I didn't learn from getting Pudge. That's a good point, though. This is what happens when we spawn in 2007. I just want to get all of the players I know. Okay. The Rangers... Yeah, they all just want to give me catchers, and I don't want catchers. Okay, you know what we need to do? We need to snag, like, a really good player. We would send Pedro Feliciano. No, we're not doing this. What we need to do is we need to grab somebody from the Brewers. So let's go take a look at the Brewers and try to... Yeah, it's not realistic. Who is hitting fantastically? Can we get you? No, you're a righty. We want a left-handed batter. So let me take a look at their roster here. See, ideally, I'd like Josh Beckett, but his contract is not good. Okay, who do they have playing first base? Taylor Green, and you're a lefty bat. Ooh, okay. Actually, I wonder if we could get Braun. And I mean, like, this wouldn't help. We would need a left-handed person. The Marlins would give away everyone who you thought was a third-tier prospect. Yeah, yeah. I wish there were more filters on like on this, but we need to see if we want to hurt them. We take Braun. They're not even gonna consider it. Ricky Weeks. You a lefty? No, they don't have anybody that fits our team though. Like that's a problem. Okay, so never mind that. We're just gonna have to bow down to the Brewers and their ultimate dominance over our division. But you know, then dismantle the team because the owner is cheap. Okay, player of the week is Cano and Cabrera. Grrr. I tried very hard to get him, I promise you. Okay, now we have to face the Reds. Chad Qualls. Our trainer is like interesting. We continue to sim through here. Trade proposal. Stop trying to give. We're not giving you John Lester back, okay? It's not my fault that you guys gave him to us and didn't realize that he would be great. Dodgers want. Okay, they're just trying to give us catchers. You want to also give us a catcher? No, you would give us Anthony Varvaro with a questionable pitching profile for Josh Tower. Why do people want this guy? Do you have like hidden batting ratings? I'm gonna shop Towers because clearly he's wanted by people. And he's 31 and yeah, only a few more days of trade span, yes. And then we cry as we slowly fall from second place in the division. Because I don't think we have the pieces to make a playoff run. All of the trades I did were designed specifically so we would have, you know, people in the farm system. So, Matt Merton. Here in Minnesota. Nobody wants to give me like an actual prospect. Carlos Pena at $8 million. We can't afford that. Okay. Vernon Wells, I don't want. I'm looking for a prospect here. Yeah, Edwin Encarnacion keeps popping up. But, like, I don't like his profile. Garrett Purcell, nobody in their system that I would consider. Gabe Gross played at one of the first games I ever went to. Actually, the first game I ever went to. And I remember it because of the chants people were doing. Okay, we're just gonna leave it Towers for now. Okay, deadline is tomorrow. Trading deadline is here. We're just gonna continue past here and get to the end of the month. Okay, Cano and Votto got the hitters. Let's get Jeff Mathis. Is he in here in the game? And Harang, and we're not getting anything. Man, Joey Votto's good. Okay, is Mathis in here? Yo, he is. We can't get Mathis because the deadline was yesterday, but I bet they would give him to us if it wasn't Okay, so let's take a look at the standings. We are 7 games back from the Brewers, but like we're not even really. This would be ugly. This wild card is potentially going to be ugly. Um, Hopefully stuff happens. I'm gonna take a look at our reports and info. It's gonna tell us that our batting stinks, because it apparently does. Our Okay. Well, we're doing a little bit better. We are doing a little better, but not by much. Next year he's ours. Okay. Um, yeah, there's not much we can do about this batting situation until I lose a bunch of these players, and attempt to get other players. So we're just gonna have to roll with it and continue on here as we fall. Oh, well, we lost Juan Rincon. There's our pitcher injury. So I'm thinking we're gonna bring up. I don't think a save ace. Like, I don't think we would bring up a save ace. Actually, we could bring up a save ace. He's not terrible. Oof, Pudge. We might have to get rid of Pudge. I will ponder getting rid of Pudge. And maybe replacing him with Jeff Mathis. Alright. Barry Bonds and Troy Tulowitzki are the players of the week. Oh, Borkowski is retiring. Vlad Guerrero hits his 400th home run. Ooh, we had a no-hitter at the Pirates. And Mussina is going to retire. We're not that great at this players doing things. John Lester's out for 4 weeks. Okay. I'm not going to put somebody else on. How's Lester been doing? Lester has actually been doing pretty okay. Better than I thought he would be doing. Okay, top performers are Lind and Barker. But hopefully Lester will need to be back for us to attempt to, like, not do horribly. But okay, Escobar and Morris got into a brawl. We're almost there. We're almost at the playoffs. Just a little bit to go. We have to get swept by the Diamondbacks first. Yeah, we are not winning the division. Oh, we had a save streak from Cordero. We broke the save streak. Now we're just flailing. We're 12 games back, but still second in the division, but I don't think that's going to last. We are falling hard without our friend John Lister. Oh, Nomar's angry. That's okay, Nomar. You're gone at the end of the year anyway. Hamilton gets injury report. Okay. Kuroda's doing things. Paulino is also doing things. Nomar's not happy. Oh, Placido Polanco, who I also attempted to get player of the week, and then Tulo. I tried to get, like, everybody. This is why it took me, like, 5 hours to do all those trades. Yeah, we are... This loss streak, hopefully... Oof, we lost by more than 10 runs, but not when we needed it. So, are you guys excited for the Perfect Team reveal stream? Because I am. I'm really curious. I need to know if we're going to get 2007 Mike Lowell. Alright, John Lester is eligible to come off. Thank you, John Lester. Please save us. Okay. Kemp is doing really well. Yeah, the draft thing is going to be cool. I hope it is. Oh, Barry Bonds has hit 800 home runs. Okay. Alright, we have Hanley Ramirez and Carl Crawford, players of the week. Kenny Lofton's retiring. August best hitter is Lind and then Chipper Jones. Pitchers are Neiman and LeBlanc, and Neiman and Bruce. When is the stream? It's on Tuesday, but I don't know what that time it is. I would like to know what time it is if anybody knows, because I don't know. All right, we've lost Dan Wheeler for 2 weeks. Again, I'm not gonna bring somebody up because it's only 2 weeks. And we're gonna get kicked out of the playoffs very soon. Actually, let's take a look at the standings. Are we out yet? No. So it looks like the Yankees and the Orioles are out. The Royals are out. The Rangers are out. The Nationals are also out. We are not even close to wild card yet. This is not happening. We're second in our division, but like we're kind of in Comedy Central here, so Griffey, 200th homer. Oh yeah, he's now on the Twins. New York and the Nationals out of the playoffs. Okay. We would have to win every game, I think, if we wanted to make... Oh, we lost Carlos Lee, our left fielder. Let's bring up... Who do we have that we can bring up in the outfield? Do we have anybody? Welcome to the team, Brandon Barnes. Never a big fan of Carlos Lee. I mean, he's been actually doing really well for us, but just brought up another guy. I'm gonna have to deal with this roster next week. Okay, players of the week, Joey Votto. Joey Votto keeps stealing all the awards, and he's on a red hat team, and that's probably why. Cabrera hits the cycle. Indians out of the playoffs. Lee is done. Pedroia is out. Brewers easily win the Central Division. Yeah, so we're not getting the division, meaning we would have to win the wild card and... Nope, not stats. Standings. That's not going to happen. We're 8 games back. I think the Dodgers have this one. We would have to win every game, and we're now being swept by the Pirates. And all of our pitchers have decided that it's a cool thing to die. Okay, Steve Everts is going to join our team because, well, we need these pitchers. I'm still in third, which matches the projections. Well, the projections are that we would be third in the division, which is still possible. Houston, where pitchers go to die. I thought that was Philadelphia. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean that. Oh, the game's not responding. Okay, there we go. The Cubs are just destroying us. Can we, like, break this losing streak? Okay, we got 1 game. The draft class is going to come in a second. Are we out of the playoffs yet? Pirates are out. Cubs are out. Cincinnati is out. Players of the week are Brian Roberts and Miguel Cabrera. We have gotten nothing. We're not going to win any awards. Okay, here comes the draft class. Let's take a look at who we could potentially have. Tim Raines is out for 3 months. Well, there goes our other backup outfield utility. Okay. Well, I don't know who we bring up. I don't think we have anyone. Oh, Ivan DeJesus is gonna have... We're gonna have so many Rule 5 players to protect. Can Alex... No, Alex Cora can't play. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna bring up an extra pitcher. instead. And we're going to hope the outfield works itself out. Draft pool revealed. Mike Trout is in the draft pool. Doubt we're going to get him. JD Martinez, Paul Goldschmidt, Nolan Arenado, all of these players. DJ LeMahieu. All right, who do they think we're going to get? We think we're going to get Garrett Richards. You know, as long as he doesn't walk a bunch of people. They're projecting the Royals to get Mike Trout. Where's I rock this? He'll be happy. So they're thinking we'll get Garrett Richards and then Brian Madish, although, like, I don't know if we want that. And then David Washington, and now we get into players that we don't recognize. We'll take a brief look at the draft pool, but this is, like, a really good draft class, so, like, we're gonna know so many names. Mark Melancon, Mike Trout, Koji. Oh, do we get Koji? Koji won't last more than, like, the third rounds. Can I trade up for Trout? No. We can't. Nolan Arenado, Dallas Keuchel, Aaron Loup, JD Martinez. JD would be fantastic. It looks like Teheran didn't get drafted. He was in the draft last time, but nobody picked him, it looks like. Wilson Contreras, Chris Davis with a K. This is a really good draft. Wasn't Trout drafted out of high school in 2011? You're confused. He's 17. So let's take a look at his real life stats here. Okay. No, it looks like he did play in 2009. So he was drafted in 2009, but because of how the historical draft works, he's going to be in the 2008 draft. You enjoy my Boston bias. Koji was fantastic. I will try to get Koji if I can. Oh, all of the minor leagues are finishing. That's what's dragging the game on. Because Koji would be a fantastic help to us and would also mean... Oh, Dan Wheeler! We have one of our pitchers back. Maybe that's the confusion. Yes, he debuted in 2011. Alright, Oakland... Cardinals out. Arizona is in the postseason, so they're at least gonna get a wild card spot. San Francisco's out. Are we out yet? Can we end the suffering? No, we're not out yet. There's no possible way we can win. Like, there's no possible way we can win. We're gonna get eliminated in, like, a game. Yeah, but I can't get Mike Trout. That's not possible because we don't have draft pick trading, so it's not like I can trade up. He's gonna go to the Royals, most likely. Okay, let's get through this suffering, and... Okay, let's get down here. Okay, we had Chavez and Jimenez getting Players of the Week. Not us. Dodgers are in the postseason. Greenville Astros players retiring. Okay, that's cool. Seattle wins the AL West. The Braves are out, and the Mets are at the top of the division. And Detroit gets Central. So, when will our suffering end? Okay, we're eliminated. Sweet. Now we don't have to stress. Okay. Let's move on here. Okay, we're going to get through this. It's just laggy a little bit right now because all of the minors are ending. Trevor Miller can come off. Okay, we'll put Trevor Miller on here. It's not going to matter. We have a 40-man right now, so it'll be fine. Oh, the Red Sox are in. Tampa Bay is in. Did Red Sox win the AL East? Who won the AL East? Okay, so we don't know yet. Imagine if they have to go to a game 163. That would be awful. Okay. All right. Also, the guy who's Khan in the Joker 7702, you need to send me your perfect team username, because if you don't, I can't get you your perfect points. So please send me that. All right. Let's see. Number 300 for Ortiz. All right. Rays win the tight AL East division. Okay, Cano and Gallardo win the batting stuff, and actually Gallardo wins a Triple Crown, and Cabrera gets that. Hello, JC Copper. Can we please show league leaders? Yeah, we can show league leaders. Let's take a look at the standings. There you go. And show you the stats as well. Here, I'll show you the stats. And let's do just the AL here. The NL. Your name, you please DM me. It's just easier that way, because I'm not gonna send it immediately when I end the stream, so please just DM me. And okay. All right, let's get to the postseason. It's getting kind of late, so I don't know if I want to watch a game, but we'll see. Let's see. It'll depend on who's in the World Series. Okay, so we have Division Series. Let's see who wins these. Almost forgot Gallardo was good once. Yeah, I think we all did. Okay, so you have to win 3 games here. Okay, so it's possible both the Tigers and the Mariners will go. We've also fleeced basically all of the Red Sox. All right. Oh, we're retiring number 7 to honor Craig Biggio. Okay, Pena and Cabrera are really good. Gallardo and Heron are really good. Hughes and Votto are really good. And yeah. Okay, thank you, the guy who's Con. It's just easier for me to remember it that way. Okay, so let's go to the standings. Not standings, the playoff coverage. Okay, so let's see who's going to move on. All right, so nobody's moving on yet. Biggio may retire, but his helmet must continue to be used. All right. See who's moving on. Okay, so Detroit and Tampa Bay are going to the championship series, as well as Milwaukee and New York. The Seattle cannot get there again. So we have the Tigers versus the Rays and the Brewers versus the Mets. So let's see who gets to the World Series. Okay. All right. Well, the Rays are going to the World Series, which they did in 2008. Rays versus the Mets in the World Series. Oh boy. Let's see what happens here. All right, we're gonna watch game 6. And that'll be it. So we're gonna watch game 6 and see if that does anything. Yeah, we'll watch one. It's almost 11 p.m. here, and so like I don't want to be on too late. All right, let's watch this. Perez versus Casimir. All right. Here we go. We are in Tropicana Field. Oh boy. All right. Here we go. So it is the top of the first. We have Reyes and Millage. Lasting's Millage. That's a name. David Wright is up, and there's a walk. There's no outs for Paul Konerko. They're gonna walk one in. The Rays fans who have packed this stadium somehow are booing. There we go. There's a strikeout. Dan Murphy's up, and he is going to get a base hit. They're going to score some runs, at least one. Okay. Base is still loaded for Matt Wieters. He's going to strike out. And Carlos Gomez. Go Rays. I'm on the Mets side here. I would like to see the Mets win. Okay. So the Rays could not do anything, but the Mets have 2 guys on base again. We have Konerko up. And Konerko is going to launch that, and that is a home run. It is now 5-0. They've taken out their pitcher. Howell is now in, but doesn't matter. It's going to be available on iOS, but but OOTP Go should be when that comes out. You're supporting baseball. All right, let's see what we can do here. It's the top of the 4th. Frankie Thomas is on second with Dan Murphy up to bat, and he's gonna get out. All right, time for Melvin Upton, but we're actually gonna go until runners in scoring position there. All right, so they can't go. All right, the Mets now have Wieters and Gomez on for Brandon Phillips, who's gonna strike out, but we have Jose Reyes up, and he's had a fantastic year, which naturally means that they're gonna try to get a double play. Awesome. They did. Okay. We now are moving into the bottom of the 5th. We have Akinori Iwamura, famed perfect team legend, on 3rd. Justin Ruggiano on 1st for that's a strike 3 for Josso. All right, we still have Brignac on here. Also will strike out. And Carl Crawford. Remember Carl Crawford? He had like kind of cool tattoos on his neck. Oh, that's an error. So the runners are going to advance. Konerko has the error on that, but they'll make it there. The Rays are on the board. And Ben Zobrist, who has had a great year, didn't make it. But that's a weird pop-up. Almost went out into the dugout, but they managed to get that. You're so pumped for Out of the Park, though. I'm afraid for when it comes out that I'm just gonna miss all of my. I'm gonna miss so many stops on buses. It's gonna be a problem. Okay, so we have Melvin Upton and Iwamura on base for Ruggiano, and he is going to get that base hit there. So Tampa is at least gonna get. Oh no, he's not. They didn't send Upton, so we have 3 guys, bases loaded, 2 outs for Jaso again. Can he redeem himself? That's a no. Bye, good luck. All right. 2 outs for the Mets in the top of the 7th. Murphy's on board. Brandon Phillips is up to bat. And, well, he's going to get out. Oh, but that's an error, so he's not getting out. We have runners on the corners for Reyes. There's a steal attempt, and he is out. All right, 7th inning stretch. Okay, stretching. Let's go here. Okay, it's the top of the 8th. All right, Lastings Millage with that fantastic name is on second. David Wright is up to bat. And, well, that's very far. That's a 2-run home run, 448 feet. All right, we are moving to the bottom of the 8th. Vargas has come in. And we have Melvin Upton, Evan Longoria on base, and Carlos Pena is up. And Pena is going to pop that one up. So that's not helpful to the Rays' cause. But Iwamura might be able to help, and he won't. He is safe at first, but they did get the runner at second. So Reggiano has to get... This is the World Series. Yes, this is Rays versus Mets. The Rays currently are leading in the series. All right, it's the top of the 9th. It doesn't really matter what the Mets do here. And I think we're going to Game 7. Yeah, this is the World Series. All right, new pitcher for Tampa Bay, Chris Mason. We did not make the playoffs, which is unfortunate. All right, well, we have a guy on third, but Tampa's gonna score 1. They would have to score a lot more though. Reyes is up, and well, game is over here. Nani? Yes. Okay. Here we go. They're down to the bottom of the 9th. What's gonna happen here? Tampa is gonna have to do something pretty significant to win this game, and they want to win this game because they'll win the World Series if they do. Next year with Mathis, we can't lose. I will have to trade for Mathis. I will try to do that. 2 outs. Zobrist is up. Zobrist is going to shoot that, but that looks out. Diving play by Murphy. And we'll leave this game and sim the last one. Game 7. Who's going to win the World Series? Tampa Bay wins the World Series. Yay, I guess. We'll save here. First World Series in franchise history for Tampa Bay. Okay, so we're going to save... Go one day to the off season, and we'll take a look at arbitration before we end. But yeah, next season is going to be more fine tuning of pitching. The Mets winning the World Series was too unrealistic. But yeah, we're gonna fine tune the pitching, and then I'm gonna try to address the batting in the off season. So yeah. Also, next week we are going to have a decision to make. So this is something I want you guys to think about for next week. So we have a new game coming out on, the 26th, and we're going to have a stream on the 27th. Can we have a quick peek at the batting and pitching stats? They're horrific, but I can show you. So what you guys need to think about is, do we want to import this Astro save into the new game and do a 4th week of the Astros, or do we want to do something else? And that's something about Five Cross Foxes. You missed it. The giveaway's over. Do you want to do something else? And that something else can either be something tutorial-esque. We could do a one-off thing. We're not going to do the 1980s Padres probably. If we pick something, it would be thematic with the week. It wouldn't just be a random thing. We could just do a one-off random franchise. We could do, we could explore a 2020 start. You haven't gotten there with the Astros. This is just something that you need to think about. You don't have to commit to anything until the end of next week's stream. But it's something to think about it. Because I know that last week when we got the Astros for the first one, a lot of people were like, oh, maybe we should only do 3 weeks and do something else. And I'm fine with doing that because we're moving to a new game. But if we're going to do something else, you would want to be something. A tutorial just the day after the release would be super useful and cool. Yeah, the only concern is it'll have only been out for a few days, and because I don't think I'm going to have it until the 26th, I could be spewing nonsense out of my mouth. The 2021 rosters, maybe a one-time deal for a 2021 team. That's not a terrible idea. That's actually not a terrible idea. We would have to pick a team, though. That's something we would have to consider if we do that. And again, this would be in 2 weeks. 2020 season simulation as if COVID never happened. These are all fantastic ideas that we can consider. We could learn together and use it. Can't think of good really wants a tutorial. That's a really cool idea to maybe do a 2020 season as if COVID never happened. We would have to pick a team though. And I don't know how we would pick a team that doesn't make somebody upset. So, alright, we are creating and checking the affiliate team logos because it has to do that. But yeah, that's something to consider because who knows? Maybe, unlikely, but maybe we'll have really good luck with the Astros next year. We did end up second in our division, and I do have to consider, it's been a random use the wheel. The thing is, though, I don't want to use the wheel because I don't want to remove something off of it. We could spin the wheel. That is not a horrible idea. We could spin the wheel and win. This is just something to consider. We'll think about it next week, especially because alternatively, what we could do, and this is an option that again you guys can think about, we can instead spin the wheel for April's team, and we can go over how we would best adjust the team. So not do it in 5 seconds like I normally do at the start of streams. And take that as our franchise and actually make a decent team. Average score. So we were supposed to win, I think it was like 85 or 86 games. So we're pretty close to that. We did come in second in our division. So I guess that's an improvement. Okay, so Harden needs to make 3 million. I do want Harden. I don't want to not offer him anything. He just needed an extra year in AAA, so I think we'll offer him $1 million just because he was in the minors. Wandy Rodriguez is slated to make a ton, and like he did actually do pretty cool. I'm gonna do $1 million again because I'm cheap. Dave Burkowski's in the minors as well. We are not gonna extend him an offer. Chad Qualls, I think we want to keep. I will keep that offer there. Burke here. I kind of want to keep Burke. I'd be fine with that. Reigns, I will keep here. Some of these guys may be worth trading. And Eric Bruntlett, I would do $3 million for him. Just in case I don't find anybody else, I want to have these guys around. Pending free agents. We are not going to extend one to Nomar. We could extend one. We could extend one to Miller and Wheeler. These guys are eligible. We could also just kick them off and then try to get better ones, which is possible. And then pending minor league free agents, I don't think most of these guys are good, so I think we can let Estrada will extend, but most of these I think are fine. Yeah, we do have some players coming up, I think, so like we could move McDonald on. Some of these are okay. Alex Cora we could potentially bring on. I will have to Rule 5 protect him, I think. But if we look at the upcoming free agents that we can see, there's a bunch of them. Let me sort by this. So Miguel Cabrera is actually coming up, but he's gonna want a ton. You're gonna head to sleep. See you next week. All right, we are just about done here. Some of these guys we could consider. We'll have to see. Pujols is also coming up, but a lot of these are righties and we need some lefties, which is a concern. Barry Bonds is available too at age 44. So I will consider this for next week, but I will have to think about this. So thank you all for joining me today. The Joker 7702, please DM me so we can get you your perfect points. But yeah, I will see you guys. If you haven't followed this channel, you probably should. I have my own channel that you can follow if you're interested in baseball and bingo. I should be streaming on Tuesday, but I don't know because of the perfect team reveal video. But you will definitely see me on Wednesday night on Out of the Park Development, so this channel, for more MLB 9 innings crossover stuff. And then you guys will definitely see me next Saturday as we continue this. Tomorrow, I believe, is the Perfect League World Series with DRC Nomads at somewhere between 6 and 7, and then Perfect Team Weekly Prep for Dishnet at 9, or whenever Perfect League World Series is over. So that's going to be fun. There's a lot of cool stuff coming up, especially with the new game coming out. So, yeah, that's going to do it. You have been a fantastic audience, and I will see you guys pretty soon. All right, goodbye.